watched a movie last night. Snowtown is based on the Australian serial killer John Bunting and how he manipulated his followers. So this fictional story follows Jamie, and he is the second oldest of four boys, and they live in a very impoverished town. The boys have been getting molested by the neighbor that lives across the street, and once they told their mother about it, she wreaked havoc, and all of the neighbors came to pretty much run this pedophile out of the neighborhood. But along came John Bunting's character, who manipulated this poor family into believing that he was the good guy and that, they should take revenge into their own hands in order to seek justice on these pedophiles that are in the neighborhood. And then the story follows how John Buntington infiltrates this family and infiltrates the neighborhood. The story was hard. This was a very, very hard watch from the jump. The story literally grabs you by the throat and you cannot breathe throughout the whole entire movie. It is very visual, it's very graphic, and it's just really hard to watch. I also thought this movie did a really good job at toying with the audience, because the way that it's giving the platform for this bad guy in the beginning, we're almost in agreement with him, because of course you would do anything to protect your child, and if anything did happen to your child, you would want to seek revenge if you felt like the police and the government weren't doing a good enough job. So it was really interesting to have that moral compass challenge, because yes, I would kill anybody for my child, but also murder is bad and you should leave it up for the government. But then when the police and the government aren't acting fast enough or acting at all, do you want to take justice into your own hands? And so I thought this movie did a really good job at making us but he's right, but he's wrong, but he's right, but he's wrong, but if that was me, if that was you, you know what I mean? So this movie did a really good job at that. Although this movie was really hard to watch and it was very graphic, and I felt like a lot of the explicit scenes went on too long, it just made me feel just scummy. I do think that there was a reason. It's because this was a true story, and we needed to see just how manipulative and just how dangerous this man was to this family and to this neighborhood, that if it showed us just a glimpse of what was going on with these boys in this house, I don't think that we would understand it to the full effect, that this man was diabolical and charming. It needed to be graphic in order for us to get it. You know what I mean? In order for us to be like, oh shit, that was actually terrible what happened. We needed to see everything, unfortunately, because a lot of us are desensitized, and I think this movie did a really good job at opening our eyes back up and being like, hey, crazy is crazy, If violence against children triggers you, I would skip this movie. Have you seen this movie? What did you think about it? Leave a comment below in the comment section, and I would love to talk to you about it. I'm Hey Shantae, and what movie did you watch last night?